Hey guys, I'm back for another video, and today I'm going to be talking about YouTube again. And this is a tutorial for people that are either new to YouTube or they're having problems growing. Well, in the past few months, I have been trying a new content strategy of mine, and it is working out amazingly. And I think I finally figured out how to crack the YouTube algorithm and be able to succeed on this website. So here we go. By the beginning of December, I was getting roughly 5,000 views per day. I uploaded gaming content, series such as Survival Island. There were commentary videos talking about life stuff when playing a multiplayer game in Minecraft called Bed Wars. And, you know, it wasn't the best existence, but, you know, it got me some views. And then something different happened. I covered a game called Hytale. The release trailer was just launched at that point, and I made a video on it. It didn't perform all that well. It did okay compared to what I was posting at the time, but it was nothing groundbreaking. But then I had this idea. What if I kept pushing for Hytale until it worked? And my second video that went up was contemplating the price of the game, and it got over 50,000 views in the first month of being uploaded. And this started a cycle where I would post a video about Hytale, I would show up in recommended, in search, and my videos would be everywhere. I would get crazy amounts of views, and depending on how relevant the topic is, I would get a lot of positive feedback, and it would be a self-serving loop that just brings my channel more and more success. So, how do you do this? Well, for one thing, there are multiple categories that dictate how well a YouTube video will perform, and that is SEO, viewer retention and watch time, and channel branding. Of course, in this video, I'm going to be discussing a surface level understanding of all of these things, but if you would like to learn more, I would recommend that you check out today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare offers thousands of online courses in all different fields, including YouTube. Anything from editing videos to marketing, to search engine optimization and getting more views. Of course, if you would want to research further than this video, then I would suggest you check out YouTube SEO Dominate YouTube Search Results. These lessons are more exclusive than your average YouTube video. They're made by industry professionals, and there's a much higher standard for what goes up on the site. It took me years to learn all of this, but I think using the link in the description down below and the pinned comment, you can go and search for yourself through Skillshare and get your channel off the ground just like that. And through my link, you get access for 2 months free. But before you do that, you should watch the rest of this video so that you know what to search for. Enjoy. So let's start with SEO. So of course, if you're going to make a YouTube video, first you need to pick a topic that is popular at the time. So essentially, strike when the iron is hot. Take a buzzing topic, for example for me, was the release of the Hytale announcement trailer, and then make a video about a popular query or question about said topic. For example, if you were to go into Google Trends and type in Hytale, what would come up? For me, it was Hytale beta, Hytale release date, Hytale price. So make a video centered around that topic. My first video about Hytale didn't do as well as the others because it was just a reaction to the trailer. Those videos were everywhere. It didn't really entice a click because everybody has their own response to the trailer, and unless you already know somebody, then I don't think you're going to be interested in the opinions of some random guy, especially when it's so broadly defined as just my opinions on Hytale. But then, if you were to make a video about speculating the price, then that's something you might want to click on because it could be relevant if you're looking to get the game, you want to figure out how much it's worth, how much it should be worth, things like that. I made a video speculating about what the price of Hytale should be, and I kind of had a tone in the video that I was suggesting for the developers to listen to my ideas. Not only do I have contact with the staff, but it's a good way to structure a video. So once you've made a video about the price of the game, then you can go and make another video about when the beta is going to come out, and then make another video about when the game itself is going to release. And then after you do that, you have to get a little bit more creative, make some new content even, ask an interesting question. If it's at all related to one of the previous videos that blew up, and chances are you'll get another hit. Your title and thumbnail needs to tell a story. This is one of the most important aspects of search engine optimization. The story that you tell needs to be simple, straightforward, good looking, and it needs to avoid having too much information. You don't want to overload people because then they will just leave. It's good practice to only have 1 or 2 subjects in a thumbnail. For example, I made a video based on the release date for Hytale's beta, and in the thumbnail I included a picture of a character with a surprised face and a picture of a calendar. And I think faces is something that I should also go over in thumbnails. People tend to click more on faces. Even if they're video game faces, they will click on them more often than a video without faces. It's just the way that people's brains work. It attracts attention. So that is something I would recommend, especially if you're doing gaming content. Have some reactionary face of a character from the game, and it will entice a click more often than not. Telling a story in the title and thumbnail is extremely important because it gives people a reason to click the video. So even if it is extremely on topic, if you don't make it look like something they'll want to watch, they'll just go right by. For example, I made a video that is related to my gameplay. When I'm recording my video, I play games in the background so people have something to watch. And I picked a nickname so that I have something that appears every time I get a kill or die or whatever. And somebody took that name for themselves and was using it in-game. So I made a fun little video talking about how this person stole my nickname. My story in the title and the thumbnail, the title says he stole my name, and the thumbnail shows my nickname circled in red text. And then underneath it says, "You are not Brandon." And anyone that's subscribed to me knows that's my name. And anyone that's not could guess that is my name. So it tells the story immediately that this person's acting to be me, and they're not. Considering how blunt and straightforward the title is, a lot of people click. And then they get what they came for. They get a commentary talking about this person taking my name, and it's got some fun gameplay, and it overall works out really well. Another trick to get more views through your titles is to tell a story in the present tense. For example, I posted a video called "I am applying as a Hytale developer." And my original concept for the title of the video was "I applied as a Hytale developer." That little change can get you more views. So just tell it in the present tense instead of the past or future tense. Now, I'm not saying that you do that all the time because then it starts to sound weird. Like if I were to say, "This guy is stealing my name," it doesn't sound as good in English. I mean, there are channels that take advantage of this to the max, to the point where their video titles don't make any grammatical sense, but they get tons of views simply because it's told in the present tense. If you've ever seen any of those Family Guy or Simpsons or Futurama really poorly edited montages that have like 500,000 views on them, that's part of the reason why, is that they have this weird psychological trick going on in their titles. So your description and tags should be full of relevant keywords that are associated with the topic in your video. I'm not saying to just spam words in your description because that's against the terms of service. What I would recommend doing is write a short paragraph, and especially in the first 2 lines of your description, talk about the topic. So if I were to make a video that was titled "Should Minecraft be free or paid?" in the first 2 lines I would say, "In this Hytale video, I'm going to talk about whether Hypixel Studios should make the game free or paid." That has all the keywords in it. It repeats what the topic of the video is. It sounds nice and fluid. And then towards the 3rd and 4th lines, you could say something like, "Well, there's some benefits to it being free. There's other benefits to the game being pay to play." And then you can further elaborate. All of these search terms and words in your description and in your tags will help people find your videos through search. It will help with getting related to similar content and things like that. It's important to be matched with videos that are of similar content because that means it's your target audience. If your video is put up against a very similar video, then the people that are viewing the first one will be more likely to click on yours. Closed captioning helps as well for having additional search engine optimization, making it even more accurate. as to which audience you are being directed at. So if you have the time, it's something that's good to do. I'm generally really lazy, so what I do is I take the auto-generated comments and then I edit it slightly and then I republish it, and that seems to do the job pretty well. In your video, you should have a call to action that encourages as many comments, likes, dislikes, poll votes, and especially end screen clicks as possible. Strike up a debate, dabble into controversy a little bit, so that you can get your viewers' opinion on a topic and increase the amount of comments. As I said earlier, likes, dislikes, comments, they add to the interaction of a video, and that tells the algorithm that this is the type of video that this person likes to watch and be interacted with. Someone that is willing to comment on a video is also more likely to continue watching it. So that is the logic behind that mechanic. So if you can get a big conversation going, maybe put up a poll. For example, I put up a poll saying, should Hightail be free to play or paid to play? A lot of people would vote. There are endless comments. Even to this day, months later, that video still gets about 5 or 6 comments per day expressing their point of view on the debate. And it's great because it keeps the video relevant, so it continues to get views even after months and months and months and months. And of course, the topic is still very much something that people search for, so it makes it appear higher in search results. Even if you just search Hightail, some of my videos will come up in the first page for this reason. Okay, so that is search engine optimization. Now for viewer retention and watch time. Get some experience commentating. Be professional but not stressed, and act like you're talking to a friend with confidence. This can take years to do. I've been doing YouTube for 8 years, and only a few years ago did I finally get the commentator voice that you're hearing right now, and the confidence to be able to speak to a camera as if I was talking to my friend. So it might be a good idea to just live stream talking about certain topics, and don't mutter things under your breath. Say things in full confidence, and if you screw up, then make a joke out of it. Laugh at yourself. Be chill. If you do that, it shouldn't take too long to get good at it. It might even be a good idea to do a live commentary with a friend. Have somebody there that you can talk to comfortably and capture that audio, and then you'll hear what you sound like when you're talking confidently. Make your videos at least 10 minutes, not only to allow mid-roll ads, but to keep the video relevant in search results, because as I said earlier, the longer somebody watches, the more YouTube pushes a video. A video that has 1 minute watch time and 1 million views will end up being less successful than a video that has, say, 10,000 views, but like an hour of watch time for each person. So it's super important to keep that watch time up, and if the video is really short, then almost by default, you can't get a lot of watch time, which is partially why animation channels have recently died in the YouTube space. Deliver your promise from the title and thumbnail. So before I mentioned that you have to tell a story with your title and thumbnail. Now, to increase your viewer retention, you need to hold up on your promise. If you don't, people are going to angrily leave. So for example, saying in the title and thumbnail, "He stole my name," then you have to talk about almost immediately the topic. You can't like wait 7 minutes into the video and then start talking about it. No, immediately. You have to get into the subject matter that was advertised in the title and thumbnail so that people not only get their attention, they get involved in the story. It's also a good idea to insert funny or exciting moments into your videos, especially towards the beginning, to help hook people some more, to keep them interested in the video. If it's extremely mundane, then you're going to have to try a bit harder. Usually videos that do well in that regard are tutorials, because people aren't there for entertainment, they're there for information. So if you have that use case, then have something that's extremely useful in the beginning. Maybe a really helpful tip. It's also a good idea to have a professional intro and outro effect that fits your channel's brand. I'm going to get more into branding in the third portion of this video, but those are good to have. As you can see, mine fit my theme really well. I've got the whole green thing going on with the glitchy Hackman stuff. Music specifically does a good job at keeping people engaged in content. So, especially during live streams, it's good practice to have background music. Of course, it would have to be very non-offensive, very fluid, something that doesn't interrupt you from watching the content, not too harsh of a sound. So, you know, putting heavy metal music in the background of your videos might not always work. But something that adds to the content. that makes it better. Bonus points if the music is properly timed with the cuts of the video. That gets a lot of brownie points from viewers. Sometimes I do that in my montages and people comment saying that it was really cool that it worked out that way. So make playlists for everything. For every video that you add on your channel, you need to add it to a playlist. Why? YouTube is able to categorize videos by playlists. So if you have multiple videos in one playlist, it is more likely that the next episode in the playlist will appear in recommended, even if you're not watching in playlist mode. This also helps when you're sharing videos in the description or by some other means. If you link somebody a playlist link, then it will not only send them to the video, but it will also throw them right in the middle of your playlist. And a lot of viewers lazily just watch whatever content they're watching and then let autoplay pick what comes next. These are the people that are either working out or doing homework, or they're not like 100% giving their attention, things like that. So it's useful if you send something like a playlist link. It will indoctrinate them into a playlist and get you extra views on multiple videos, because they don't 100% care what video comes next as long as it's even slightly related to the one they're watching now. Also, having videos in a playlist link makes it so there's less competition for what video someone's going to pick next, because then the videos in the playlist show up first before the recommended. So if you want to ensure that people have a higher chance of at least seeing your title and thumbnail before other people's titles and thumbnails, then sending a playlist link will do that, because they would have to scroll down to see the suggested videos. Release similar content from day to day. I would recommend at least 3 videos a week if you're trying to get really active, especially in a similar instance to me, like a commentary or gaming channel. It is good to upload at least 3 times a week, and be consistent. So if somebody subscribes to you because of a certain type of video, make more of that type of video. Channels that make multiple types of videos can succeed, and they do succeed. Those kind of channels suffer from having a lot of subscribers but not a lot of views, because, for example, my channel, for years I did Call of Duty content, for years I did Minecraft content, and now I'm transitioning to Hytale content. And a part of me wishes that I'd made a separate channel for each game, because those people that do that have a much higher success rate, because people subscribe to a channel for one particular purpose usually. So it takes a lot to be able to have subs come back for multiple videos, even if they're different games. Usually those are the most dedicated subscribers that appreciate the personality of the YouTuber. So if you are to go for something like a commentary format, it's good to insert little tidbits about yourself, your opinions, your beliefs. Make it so that you're relatable and likable, and people would like your personality, so that they would want to come back for more simply because it's you, not necessarily because of whatever it is you're making. Okay, so that is viewer retention and watch time. Finally, for channel branding, which kind of relates to the thing I just said, actually. So this is going to sound a little weird out of context. One piece of advice that I was given by my YouTube network, and I still live to this day, is to make yourself a product. Something that can be summed up by a single idea and color. As I said earlier, deliver content that matches your brand. So, my brand is, of course, the color is green. If you look at my profile picture and my channel art, it's all green. And then if you look at the subject matter, I'm the hacker man. I'm the coder. You can use either of those terms and it would accurately describe me, because I'm a developer. Even though I make YouTube content and play video games, I do like to develop stuff, and I'd like to insert that into my videos. So whenever I get the chance, I talk about developing stuff. And that's how my videos relate to my theme, and it looks nice, it looks professional, and it doesn't look like it was just slapped together from some template. Another example of a channel that has really good branding is Technoblade. He breaks a lot of the SEO related rules, like with the title and thumbnail and things like that, but his branding is so strong that it doesn't even matter. His deal is that he's known to be a very skilled Minecraft multiplayer person, and he always has a sarcastic and somewhat condescending tone when recording videos. He treats all his enemies like they're kids getting killed for coins, and it is fun to watch, and it's consistent. Every time you watch a Technoblade video, you know what to expect, and that's what keeps his subscribers coming back even when he doesn't upload for a month or two. So, branding is extremely important, and it could carry a channel if done right. There are other channels like In a Nutshell, Kurzgesagt. I probably pronounced that wrong. They don't upload very often either, but their production quality is so high and it's super consistent that people will come back even after a month or two. Several months of no videos coming out, they will come back to watch the video because they know exactly what to expect and they like what they saw the first time. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I have a lot of other suggestions that I've done in other videos, for example, what equipment to use, what software to use, and that is why I'm going to be linking my How to YouTube playlist in the description down below and in the pinned comment. If you have any other YouTube related questions, then make sure to throw them my way in the comments down below. Now, to stay true to my advice, I'm going to have a poll. What do you think is the most important aspect to growing a YouTube channel? Search engine optimization, viewer retention and watch time, or channel branding? I can't wait to see your responses. Well, anyway, that's it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.